Kyle Larson wins the NASCAR Cup Championship, where basically Denny Hamlin had the damn thing won. It was very interesting. Denny Hamlin had it wrapped up, right? We could say that. It was wrapped up. And then all of a sudden, Kyle Larson's teammate, William Byron, has a flat tire. Now, that causes this late caution, causes this late pit stop, and then the dumbest call in pit stop history to do 4 tires on Denny Hamlin with 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Everyone else basically with, a head on their shoulders, not like the Danger style, but everyone with a head on their shoulders goes and gets 2. Kyle Larson gets 2 tires. And then Kyle Larson, in my opinion, steals the championship, especially when you're considering how the field was running there at the end of the race. I mean, there was no chance for anyone but Denny Hamlin to win that race. If the Hendrick teammate of William Byron does not have a flat tire, and all of a sudden there's a caution and everyone's able to bunch up, and it's a late run, so people have to get tires, and all the stuff that we saw. Just so funny. So crazy how that happened. So at the end of the day, in my opinion, the greatest race car driver in NASCAR, personally, my opinion, won the championship. Now, of course, people, I gotta almost put a disclaimer here when I say Kyle Larson is the greatest race car driver in NASCAR, because obviously, I defend him when he runs dirt, because I understand he's not the best driver in dirt racing when he comes over here. He just because he goes to NASCAR don't mean he's better than dirt. I mean, look at Jesse Love. I mean, for crying out loud. He's the Xfinity champion, and, the entire world of dirt track racing is basically better than him. For crying out loud, Chase Briscoe was in y'all's Final 4 NASCAR. And Chase Briscoe, that should give hope to all weekly racers, by the way. All hope to weekly racers in the dirt track world. You are just as good as Chase Briscoe. You could potentially be a NASCAR champion according to Chase Briscoe's results, in my opinion. And Chase, I've known Chase Briscoe for 20 years. This is not a slight on you, Chase. You know what I'm saying. You know. I mean, this is why I don't consider NASCAR like a pro league. NBA has the best basketball players. NFL has the best football players. And there's a system set up for that. Whereas in racing, we all know to go to NASCAR, it's more like movies and music. Like, there's some local bands or regional bands y'all know of that's like, damn, they're better than Taylor Swift, or she or he or whatever's better than Morgan Wallen. Why ain't they went nowhere? It's because they don't have any money, or they won't, or they weren't, I don't know, attractive to certain car owners or car galettes. I don't know. I'm just saying. So that's why I would put NASCAR technically at like the 5th, 6th toughest racing series division in the world, I guess. Stock car racing, or not in the world, but in America. Because number 1, super dirt late models. Number 2, 410 sprint cars. Number 3, IMCA stock cars. Number 4, modifieds. And number 5, I don't know, probably the four-cylinder bang bangers. That's probably where the 5th tough. No, I'll give it to IndyCar. IndyCar's probably tougher because they're actually going really fast. But regardless, all this happens, and the creepier thing about it all, the Candace Owens element of this, is people were searching who the NASCAR 2025 champion is yesterday at 3 o'clock Central Time, 4 p.m. Eastern. That's about 2 to 3, we'll just say 2-3 for the situation. 2 to 3 hours before the checkered flag had fallen. And in that result, it showed that Kyle Larson was the 2025 NASCAR champion. 2 to 3 hours prior to the checkered flag falling. And for that ending to go how it went, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Is there some Martin Truex rocket fuel? Did they have a discharge in the neck that made it look, or a discharge in the tire that made it look real? I don't know what's actually happening here, guys. What's actually occurring in the world? I don't know what to say. I don't know how to feel about these things. Obviously, we don't have to worry about who's winning a legit championship. David Gravel going to be crowned 2025 World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series champion there in Charlotte. So you'll have at least one legit champion in Charlotte this week coming up. This week in Charlotte, you'll have a legit champion, and his name is David Gravel. Just saying, ladies and gentlemen, just saying. But at the end of the day, I had to give the disclaimer to the Larson fans there at the beginning. This is not me saying Kyle Larson did any of it. Kyle Larson's a victim in this, if it is true, if this is the Google Matrix Illuminati scheme. But his fans are so crazy, these Larsonites. It should be studied in psychology. This should be like a psychological test done on you people. Actually, y'all as Kyle Larson fans are a psychological test by the Illuminati. That's the craziest part. Y'all are literally like lab rats. But anyway, and not all you Kyle Larson fans, some of you are very respectful and you love the Chaz. Shout out to Sean. The Asians pushing Asians is always going to reign supreme. But anyways, at the end of the day, what do y'all think of all this? What do y'all think of all this? Is crazy. This is insanity, ladies and gentlemen. How are they predicting or showing? They're showing a search result of Kyle Larson as a champion 2 to 3 hours prior to the end. And then how it actually ended, I don't know. I smell good all the time. But that has a little stench to it. I'm just saying. Ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, like the video, comment below with what you think. Share it around to all your friends, your Larsonites, your Denny Hamlin fans. I feel bad for Denny Hamlin, although NASCAR loves it because Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin are suing NASCAR. So why would they not be okay with the fix is in? And David, you know all about the fix that is in. And your fix that was in was with Exalta and Jeff Gordon anyway. So you know how this works, David. You know how this works. Anyway, David Gravel, at least in COVID, went into a truck and finished 10th. No practice, no laps. So our drivers have diversity too. It's just all opportunity based. That's that's racing. That's what it is. Some people don't understand that. Overall, NASCAR is not the NFL. No way possible. They don't have the talent. They don't have the roster. Just saying. It's the truth. I hope more people can learn and understand that and start respecting the weekly, local, and regional drivers with some pro-level respect. Go out to the World Finals this weekend. And if you're upset with how the NASCAR championship just ended, if you're in Charlotte, go to the World Finals. You'll see real race car drivers, real race cars, a real championship battle, a real champion. Go check it out. We'll see you, ladies and gentlemen. I won't be there. We'll be here harvesting and saving the world. I don't know about y'all. We'll see. Anyway, we got to keep on going down the road. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Catch you next time.